175 kilos on the board, 3 wide lights. Hey, Big Mike, I got a question for you. Andrew's from the United States, but in his profile picture that you have up there showing the Mexican backing. Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic will be on this lifter. 180 kilos would he put on the bar. And bar is called ready. Chief referee Bill Helmick from the United States. Side referee is, let's see who we got. We've got Hugo from Costa Rica and the U.S. Virgin Islands on the other side. And a international team of jury members. Puerto Rico, United States, and Panama. Drives that down, locks it up, nice and simple. So we are eligible for North American and world records here. 3 wide lights, good lift for Adolfo. So we move on to 182.5 kilos for Leo Matura from Belize. Opening up 396, almost 97 pounds. Or excuse me, I have a difference between what the board shows and what my score sheet shows. I'm showing 182.5, which would be 401, versus the screen up on the board is showing 180 kilos. And the bar's loaded with 180 kilos. The bar's loaded with 180 kilos. So they're working out the discrepancy at the scorer's table. While we do that, Leo is a 31-year-old finance officer. He's in his 2nd year of competitive powerlifting with a personal record of 195 kilos in the squat. Now they fixed it up. They fixed it, put it on the right level, 182.5 kilos like it shows in our score sheet. And the bar is called ready. And we keep moving forward. Well, more confusion in the loaders. See if we can get this straightened out real quick. Okay, the clock is running. He's got 30 seconds left to get himself set up and moving. A little confusion there. Have to get moving here. Gets himself set. Gets the squat command, takes it nice and deep, up nice and easy. 182.5 kilos on the board, 2-1. Side referee got a yellow light, didn't like the command, the beat the rec command. So now we go to 190 kilos. Giovanni Desani from Puerto Rico, my home club. Gio's 30 years old, personal trainer. Says he's been competing for a year. I know he's been competing longer than that. I can attest that his personal best is 235 kilos in the squat. That was in the 83 kilo weight class, not in the 74 kilo weight class. He gets himself set. Takes it down, brings it up, drives it, gets it through. Rack command. 2-1. So one side referee didn't like the depth on it. The other two did, so he's on the board, 190 kilos. Pierre Laciago from Puerto Rico is our next lifter, 195 kilos to start off. Here, 24 years old. Last year he lifted in the the junior class. Now he's moved up to the open class. Personal best squat, 235 kilos. Opening up with 195. Get this championship started. Takes it down, brings it up. No lift. Did not get deep enough. All red lights across the board. And so his coaches are talking to him. He'll have to reset, try that all again. So we go to Panama's Tomas Jimenez, 200 kilos on the bar. A 36-year-old coach in his first year of competitive experience. Gets shouts and encouragement from his coach in the crowd, as this is the host nation here. Gets himself set under the bar. Takes it down, good and deep, drives it up, locks it out. And 3 white lights, good lift, 200 kilos on the board for Tomas. So now we move to 210 kilos. Santos Jimenez from Mexico, 210 kilos. 36 year, let me update my database. 30-year-old personal trainer, 2 years competitive experience. Bar's called ready. Gets himself set. Now, Mike, that's the proper background flag for him, by the way. Okay. He takes that up and down, nice and smooth. And we have a problem with our lighting system. We're going to flags or thumbs. It's a good lift. 3 white lights. Till they get the manual lighting system reset. So that was a good lift for Santos. And we're going to have our next lifter, Omar Garcia, Nicaragua. Going to open up with 212.5 kilos, 468 pounds. And he should be our last lifter this round. Make sure we don't have a relift for Adolfo. Don't think we do, but we'll just verify that. Omar gets himself set under the bar. Takes it down, brings it up. Solid lift. And no lift. Didn't hit depth, didn't get deep enough. Again, that crease at your hip needs to get below the top surface of the knee in the descent. Not to it, not above it, below it. That's the way the rule book describes it. So now we're going back to our top of the order and second round squats. 175 kilos for Jose Mercedes, Dominican Republic. Successful at 165 kilos on his opener. 26-year-old administrative supervisor and a personal trainer. Doing this for a few years, over 3 years. Powers that up, gets it to lockout. 3 white lights, 2 for 2 on the day. So now we go to Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic. Was successful at 177.5. Now he's moving to 190 kilos. Adolfo, a strength coach. Might help you in the sport of powerlifting, being a strength coach. Juanita's back with me after enjoying a nice lunch. Whatever they had up in the cafeteria thing. He made that one. Struggled up, but got it up. Let's see what the referees say. 3 white lights, solid lift. He's 2 for 2. Giovanni Desani from Puerto Rico. Only a 2.5 kilo jump. I was talking to him before the start, and he had a kind of a hard weight cut coming into this, and so he's feeling the effects of that weight cut in a 2-hour weigh-in. So he originally was going to start off at around 200 kilos, 205, something like that, and he said, I'm not feeling it, so he decided to drop his opener, and he's taken a very conservative second lift also. 192.5 kilos on this one. Already successful at 190 kilos. Takes it down. Oh no. That is not a good sign going forward for this championship here. Normally 192.5 would be a warm-up weight for him, not a second attempt miss. So we're going to stay at 192.5 kilos for Andrew Sardis from the United States. Successful at 175 kilos. Jumping it up, 192.5. Product retailer, 2 years into this wonderful sport we call powerlifting. Drives it up, pushes those knees out.
Looks good.
And the referees say they agree with you. 3 white lights. 197.5. Leo Matura from Belize. Successful at 182.5. Bump it up to 197.5.
What was the time change for you guys coming in here?
I'm on Eastern time, U.S.
Oh, okay.
So it's only an hour. Yeah, going back, I'll have to deal with going the other way.
Yeah.
Versus you guys, which were earlier. Now you're gonna go. It'll be easier when you go home. So he gets himself set up. So Juanita's from New Mexico and I'm from Puerto Rico, so we're in opposite directions. Drives that up solidly through the lockout. 3 white lights. And 2 for 2 on the day. So Tomas Jimenez is going to be our next lifter. 210 kilos. He was successful with his opener at 200 kilos. 210 kilos, 463 pounds. Shouts of encouragement. Being from the host nation here of Panama. A very enthusiastic coaching crew. Big breath. Drives it up. Oh no, not quite there.
You got his, yeah, you got his.
Might want to look at that one side spotter there. He's having a little struggles there. So anyways, he'll reset and retake 210.
Ooh.
So now we move to 215. And Omar Garcia from Nicaragua, he missed his opener on depth, not on strength. So the coaches put on 2.5 more kilos and said, let's go out there and try it again. See if he can bury this a little bit deeper. Unlike, well, actually, sometimes you do need to put a little extra weight to get that extra depth in raw lifting classic. Not like equip lifting, where sometimes adding 15 kilos actually helps you get to depth because those suits so tight. But we're here in the classic division right now. We will have a equip lifting coming on the weekend, Friday and Saturday. Fights it up.
There you go.
See what the referee's calling this one. No, still didn't hip depth. 2-1. The referees say you gotta go just a little bit deeper. Maybe open those hips up a little bit.
Yep.
Push the knees out. Maybe stance 1 inch wider. Point the toes out a little bit. Get those hips opened up. So we're gonna stay at 215 kilos for Puerto Rico's Pierre Lacha. This is one of my guys, and I'm messing up his name. Lachiga. 215 kilos. He missed 195. Apparently he's got a plan, and he's sticking with it. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna tolerate this. I'm here to go for it. So this is a 20 kilo increase. By the way, his name is La Ciaga. If I go back and I don't pronounce his name right, they're gonna kill me. So there he goes. Come on.
Come on. There we go.
That's solid right there. See what they say. There's the white lights. Good call, coaching staff. Thank you very much. You guys are killing it now. Santos Jimenez, Mexico. 10 kilo increase, 220 kilos. Successful on his opener at 210. Personal trainer. It's well under his personal best of 236 kilos, which has to be a record in Mexico. Got the 6 on it.
Oh, okay.
You don't see his personal best right here.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, it's right
blocked.
there.
Yeah,
236. There you go. Steadies himself.
Gets the start command. Takes it down. Drives it up. Gets it up to lockout. And 3 white lights, 220 kilos. So we're moving on to our 3rd round squats here in the 74 open division. 180 kilos for Jose Mercedes from the Dominican Republic. 2 for 2 so far. Has 175 kilos already in the bank. 5 more kilos trying to add to that. Gets the start command. Controls it, almost got folded in half there. Controlled it, kept it, got it going, and a good lift. 180 kilos in the bag there for Jose. And we're going to retry 192.5 for Gio. Giovanni, the main coach for the Cajote powerlifting team out of Bayamon, Puerto Rico, which I am a proud member of. So send some good energy towards Gio's way so he can get this 192.5 up, keep himself moving forward. Come on, Gio. Oh, not there. So he's still in the game. He got his opener at 190 kilos.
Yeah.
See how he handles going forward in the bench. So Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic moving it up to 195 kilos. Already successful at 190 kilos. This will match his squat personal best, 195 kilos. He gets himself set under the bar. Takes that good and deep, fights it. Nope, not quite there. He'll take 190 kilos forward into the bench press. Gave it a good try at 195 kilos, just not quite there. So Andrew Sardis from the United States will be our next lifter. Successful at 192.5 kilos. Moving it up to 200. Andrew, a product retailer out of the U.S. He's already exceeded his personal best on his second lift by 2.5 kilos, which used to be 190 kilos.
He's going for 200.
Giving the crowd the thumbs up, saying he's got this one. Coached by Jim Brown from the United States, Powerlifting America. And Jim Brown's been around this whole championship, helping manage that USA Powerlifting America team out of the U.S. 200 kilos on the bar here as he gets himself set up.
Drive up.
He gets it up to lockout. 3 white lights, good lift. When he set up, he was kind of twisted a little bit.
I saw that. He was off.
I was a little concerned when I could see the front of him from our side angles that we're sitting here at. But he made a super lift there. So Lia Matura, he's from Belize. Successful at 197.5, moving it up to 207.5 kilos, 10 kilos more.
Got his cheering crowd here.
Yep.
They're cheering for him on the stream too.
Let's
go, Leo.
I got to speak with him a little bit over the past 2 days, and very nice guy, and helping to develop the sport of powerlifting in Belize, because it's a very young sport. This is their second full year of international competition.
Oh wow.
And so they're trying to grow their team.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be seeing more of them.
Drives it up. Come on. There he goes. And we've had Kimberly Wofford go to Belize and give some training seminars, coaching seminars, and trying to get that team in Belize bigger and bigger and have them perform on the biggest stages throughout the world. So Leo's one of those representatives, and he's 3 for 3.
He's doing good.
So now we have Tomas Jimenez from Panama. I'm sure you'll hear his coach here shortly. And he's going to retake 210 kilos. Just missed it in his last attempt. Already successful at 200 kilos. Comes out with a little motivation. Did you say fiery? Did he come out fiery?
I would say he came out fiery.
Deep breath. No, not quite there today. Stay with the bar. Stay with that bar. So when you miss the lift, don't duck out from underneath it. Carry it all the way into the rack with the spotters and loaders. Help them along. All right. So now we've got a situation. We've got Omar Garcia from Nicaragua. He missed 212.5 on his opener. Then he went to 215 and missed that lift. Both of them on depth, not on strength.
So now
So
he's
now-
doing 215. He has to get this one.
215 again to keep him in this meet. It has not been a strength issue, it's a depth issue. So let's see what he does, see how he corrects here.
Drive, drive, drive.
Drives it. Let's see what they say. I don't know.
It's hard to tell from.
Oh, he got it 2-1. 2-1. So he stays alive. 215 kilos on the books. And we go to Santos Jimenez from Mexico, who's 2 for 2. Already has 220 in his belt. Now he's trying 227.5, which is
501.
the magical number above 500 pounds. 501.
It's a good number.
Otherwise known as a quarter ton. So he gets himself set up. This is the 74 kilo class. So this is over 3 times body weight.
And it's under his PR, so.
Drives it. No, not today. Don't dump the bar. There you go. Stay with it. Bring it to the rack. There you go. He thought about dumping it, and then he did a good job reestablish himself underneath the bar and helped them get that back in. So he'll carry 220 kilos forward into his championship total. And Pierre Laciaga, Puerto Rico, going for the same weight, 501.5 pounds, 227.5 kilos. He was successful at 215, trying to jump this weight up. That 215 moved really nicely. See how he can move this 227.5. Nope, not quite there. I don't know if you noticed, but he is not wearing any kind of knee sleeves.
No, he's not.
When he lifts raw, he truly means raw. He did have a belt on though.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go straight into our B flight, which is the 83 kilo open. Again, 9 lifters in this flight. David Melida from Dominican Republic is going to open up with 180 kilos, 397 pounds.
He's a business owner with 1 year experience in powerlifting.
Very tall powerlifter.
Yeah.
Walks it out, sets it up. You can't even see the spotter behind him. Drives it nice and smooth.
It's always hard to spot for somebody who's tall. Because if they miss it, I have to raise it above my head to put it back on the rack.
So we got 3 white lights there. Good lift. And Elvis Espinal, also from the Dominican Republic, 192.5 kilos for his opener. I think it was at the World Championships. Blaine Sumner's was squatting or something like that. And there was this guy, his name's Big Mike Slewinski. And he was behind him, and he made Blaine look small. He's sitting right next to us running the videos there.
This guy? Nah.
Gets the squat command, takes it down smoothly through
nice.
that lift. And 3 white lights. On the board with 192.5 kilos. Christopher Osorio from Guatemala, 195 kilos for his opener.
I don't know if you saw him at the World Games. He was...
I saw him running around there an awful lot doing all kinds of stuff.
He was, yeah.
Sometimes he would have a referee's jacket on. Sometimes he had a spotter's thing on. Sometimes he was running electronics, it looked like. A jack of all trades. Walking out, 195 kilos. Christopher's been playing this game for almost 10 years. Nice lift, 3 white lights, and he moves on to a second attempt. Quentin Chan from Canada, 205 kilos for his opener, the 83 kilo open class here. As our B flight rolls forward. He's a registered massage therapist, been in the lifting heavy stuff game for a little over 3 years. Comes out in a very calm manner.
Yeah. Like I said, something's gotta be zen. Save it all for...
Little piece going.
Yeah. Save all that energy.
He's a massage therapist. A little aroma oil.
And there you go.
There you go. Yeah. Gets himself set. Oh, made easy work of that.
Quick squat.
Nice speed all the way through.
That's
both
good.
Up and down. One side referee didn't like the depth. Everybody else was happy. That was a good lift. Diego Ramirez from Mexico. Opening attempt. 215 kilos. 215. A wiring design engineer. Been playing the heavy stuff game for over 4 years.
So you're not hiding it anymore?
This is Coca-Cola without sugar, not Diet Coke, just so you know that.
Okay.
It's without sugar. Gets the squat command, takes it up, locks it out.
Nice.
And that was a quiet reception for 3 white lights and a good lift. Not sure where the Mexican support crew is, but that was certainly quiet on that with a good lift there for him.
Maybe he likes silence when he lifts.
Jonathan Losa from the United States going to open up at 220 kilos. .40 years old. Radiology tech and powerlifting coach. Competing for 2 years. Personal best just over 500 pounds.
Interesting fact about Jonathan. He is the first powerlifting America athlete to get a world record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Throwing those interesting facts out there. And he just got 3 white lights on his opening squat, 220 kilos. Now my question is he here to set world records? That's the question.
Yeah, that is, because he got a bench record.
Well, he's opening up at 180 kilos in bench according to the scoreboard.
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
So here we go, staying at 220 kilos. Bolivar Reyes from Panama. I'm sorry, I said his last name. Bolivar Rovi from Panama. 220 kilos on his opening attempt here. 220 kilos. Bolivar, a coach and first year of international experience here in powerlifting. Gets himself set up. Takes that down, drives it up. Looks like a good squat to me. Let's see what they say. 3 white lights, good lift. 2 more lifters here in this round for our first round squats. Going to 145 kilos. I'm sorry, 245 kilos, 540 pounds. That's for Ronald Madreno, Costa Rica. Ronald is a lawyer, so if you get in trouble, we know where to go.
There you go.
His personal best, 265 kilos, starting off 20 kilos below that today. Gets the start command, squat command, drives it up, hydraulic lift all the way down and up, slow down, slow up, and 2 to 1, good lift. One of the side referees didn't like it, the other 2 did. It's on the board, carried forward 245, and we move to Jamaica. Scott Jennings. 247.5 kilos. Jamaica's another one of those countries that has brought a decent sized club. We've seen some individual lifters from them, but this is the first championships where I've seen them bring a full team coming in.
That's good.
So this sport catching fire across the Caribbean and in Central America. As we've got Belize and Guatemala's got a team, El Salvador's got a few lifters, Jamaica, Aruba's even got a few, which is a beautiful little tiny island. Gets the start command. Drives it up nice and smooth. And no lift, needs to get a little bit lower. Definitely had the strength on that, didn't have a problem with that. Just a little bit on the depth. And of course the Dominican Republic has brought quite a nice team also.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Dominican Republic, here we are.
With David.
Back up to the top. This will be second round squats, 192.5 kilos for the Dominican Republic. David Milda. Miladad. I'm still saying it wrong. Gets his belt set and ready to go. He was successful at 180 kilos on his opening lift. So this will tie his personal best in squat at 192.5. Gets the start command.
Come on.
Drives it up. Powers it through a sticking point.
And
3 white lights. Good lift. Now we go to 202.5 kilos for his fellow countryman from the Dominican Republic, Elvis Espino. Successful at 192.5. Putting 10 more kilos on the bar for his second attempt. He's an economist from the Dominican Republic, 3+ years. And by the way, his opener was above his personal best. So he's breaking down personal records, personal best barriers. Takes that good and deep, up nice and
good speed.
Good speed all the way up to lockout. Rewarded with 3 white lights and a good lift. Arian Comissi, the coach from Florida, is helping out the Dominican Republic a little bit today. He did yesterday and he is today again. Trying to help increase the sport of powerlifting throughout the world and especially the Caribbean, which I enjoy because it's my home.
Yeah.
So 205 kilos on the bar. Guatemala's Christopher Osorio. Successful at 195 kilos. He's been doing this for over 9 years. Drives that down smooth as silk.
And 3 whites.
Good lift. Keep moving forward. Quentin Chan from Canada, 220 kilos on the board. A little aromatherapy oils in the back of his massage therapist. He is a massage therapist. Closing in on that personal best of 230 kilos. This attempt will be 220 kilos. 485 pounds.
Checking his weight.
Which it's the athlete's responsibility to make sure that that weight is proper when he walks out to the platform.
Good habit to have.
Well, the chief referee is also responsible for it.
Doesn't hurt to double check.
Yeah. I've had some misloads, you unrack it, and all of a sudden it's like
Yep.
one side's tilting you over. It doesn't take much. 5 pounds will throw you way off. So he walks it out, sets it up. Nice.
Yeah.
Through. And
3 whites.
referees like that one.
Yeah.
220 kilos successfully on the board for Quentin. We go to Diego Ramirez from Mexico. 225 kilos. The only thing you can throw on that's below 500 without it being 500, unless you're doing a chipped record.
Yep.
And of course, my joke is in raw deadlifts, it starts at 225 kilos. There's 4 red plates on each side, plus the locks. $496 pounds. Drives it up.
Good. And 3 whites.
Good lift. Jonathan Losa, United States, successful at 220 kilos. Jumping up to 232.5 kilos for his second attempt. Radiology tech and powerlifting coach. This will exceed his personal best by 5 kilos. 512.5 pounds for you kilo challenged people.
There's no shame in being kilo challenged.
Oh, makes easy work of that lift.
Nice. 3 whites.
It looks like he's got another solid jump coming for his 3rd attempt. We're going to keep the weight the same. Bolivar Rovi from Panama, successful at 220 kilos. Gonna follow in Jonathan's footsteps and stay with him step for step, 232.5 kilos. See who's the lighter. Bolivar's the lighter lifter out of the two if that continues on, but I don't think so if looking at the first benches. Jonathan has his first attempt in, and he's the heaviest bencher by 7.5 kilos on his first attempt.
Oh, wow.
Bolivar walks this out, gets himself set. Shouts that one up to the top.
And
2-1 good lift. And he's on the board with 232.5. And Scott Jennings from Jamaica is our next lifter, 247.5 kilos. He missed this on his first lift due to depth.
Let's see if we can get it on a second.
Make some adjustments to get that down. The strength was there. It didn't look at it like a problem with strength at all. However, you take that thing another inch or two deeper, changes the whole dynamic, and you have to roll the hips through to get the power out of the hole again.
Yep.
So we'll see how he adjusts.
We got the real Nick Mack giving Scott some cheering through YouTube.
Oh, you actually have live stream comments. I don't want to hear what people are saying. Takes it down. Oh, that was deep. Gets it up, locks it out. I think that one bounced off the floor. He got so low on that one.
It's good. 3 whites.
3 white lights. And he's on the board. Now he can make the adjustments and get some weight on there for his 3rd attempt. See if he can reestablish his game plan that he had going into this thing. Ronald Medrano from Costa Rica, successful on his opener at 245 kilos, moving it up to 260 kilos, his 2nd attempt. He's a lawyer. No lawyer jokes, please.
I don't think I know any.
I'm not going to tell him in front of a lawyer because I don't want to get sued. Defamation of character filed against you. Gets himself set up. Deep breath, takes it down slow and steady. Driving it. Nope, not there. Got kind of pushed.
Oh no, Sandra it.
Come on. They're going to have to clean off a couple weights, get it back up to the top.
Yeah.
Again, you fail, stay underneath that bar, help him get it back into the rack.
He's going to go get his warning.
Yep. Billy Clayton's going over from the jury to have a talk with him about dumping the bar after. And you can't do that. You get a warning, you do that a 2nd time, and they're going to
DQ.
Knock you out of the championships. I've seen it happen before.
Have you?
Yes. By Mr. Billy Clayton, nonetheless. So he'll reset and retry 260 kilos or heavier for his 3rd attempt. As we're back to the top of the order, Dominican Republic, David Milada, successful on his first 2 attempts, has 192.5 already in the books. Gonna go with 200 kilos on his 3rd attempt. David, a business owner. And this will, he tied his personal best on his second attempt. Now he's trying to break his personal best by 7.5 kilos. All right, if you're listening to this broadcast live and you have access to the comments, tell us where you're from so we can see who's watching us from around the world. And we're going to give a shout out to whoever's the furthest away from Panama, because that's where we are here.
We have somebody room for Team Belize from Los Angeles, California.
David takes it down, drops it up.
There we go.
Nice finish. 3 white lights. And he just added 7.5 kilos to his personal best. 200 kilos.
Oh, there we go. We got people from Jamaica. We got people from Belize.
So we've got Elvis Espinal from the Dominican Republic on the platform about to show up. Gonna throw down 210 kilos, already successful at 202.5.
We got Nicole Ross watching all the way from Canada. Daisy Estrada from Belize.
And shout out to Belize. I got some friends that live down in PG. That's Punta Gorda, down in the southern part of Belize. Elvis gets himself set up, ready to go, trying to give 210 kilos a ride. Oh, not quite there. Couldn't keep the momentum going through that sticking point, but he gave it a heck of a try. He'll carry 202 kilos, 202.5 kilos forward into the bench press. And we're going to load up the bar with 215 kilos. Christopher, of course, Christopher Osorio from Guatemala. 215 kilos. He's already got 205 in the books, on the board. Trying to add 10 kilos to that total. Gets the squat command. Oh, that was smooth.
Good.
Smooth as, what was it? Cool as
Butter?
the.
No, wait, what is it?
Cool as the underside of your pillow.
I never
Smooth
heard
as
that
butter. So he carries 215 kilos forward into his total, heading into the bench press.
And then we got Diego Ramirez from Mexico.
With 230, tercero attempto. That's as good as my Spanish gets.
That's it?
Yeah. He's already successful at 225 kilos, 225 kilos.
So this will, if he gets this will tie his personal best.
All right. Shout out to Team Dominican Republic, as they're in the chat there.
That's good.
And he rode that one. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1. Good lift. 230 kilos. Successfully done by Diego. We're going to keep the bar the same weight, 230 kilos, for Canada's Quinton Chan. This will tie his personal best also.
out, checks his weight, very calm. We got some Canadians on the stream cheering him on. Team Canada.
Oh, Canada. Gets himself set, rocking that rack. A nice, easy 507 pounds. Fighting with it. No, not quite there. So close.
So I don't know if that was meant for you.
Thank you. No, my Spanish is terrible. I speak Spanglish. Mix of English and Spanish together. I'm usually mishmashed in a really bad form, but thank you for the compliment. So we go to 242.5 kilos for Jonathan Losa from the United States. Already successful at 232.5 kilos, 2 for 2 on the day.
Let's see. This, oh no, yeah, he already beat his personal best of 227.5. This is 242.5.
Yeah, he buried that on his second attempt. And he has the opening, heaviest opening bench for the bench press as of right now. Oh, yes, he got it. He stuck and he got it moving again.
3 white.
Can we see that again, Mike? Do you have that on replay?
Oh, we can watch it right here.
Here we go. Look at that. He gets it, re-accelerates it up to lockout.
It's like you had to change gears mid-squat.
Yeah, shifting gears there. He got it, 242.5 going forward in the championship total. We're going to keep the weight the same. Bolivar Rovi from Panama, successful at 232.5, adding 10 kilos, trying to keep up with Jonathan a little bit. $534.5 pounds, 242.5 kilos. So this will exceed his personal best by 10 kilos. He tied it on his second attempt. See how this moves as he gets himself set. No.
Did our lights go out?
Gave it a try. It looked like
yeah.
He started driving it up. As soon as he started shouting, all of a sudden his force let out of him.
Let it all out.
So now we go to 257.5. Scott Jennings missed his first one, came back on his second attempt. About bounced his bottom off the floor. He went so low because they called him on depth on his first one. Made that successfully. Now he's throwing 10 more kilos on, 257.5 for his third attempt. That's 568, well, rounded off to 568 pounds. By the way, this is the 83 kilo open division. Gets himself locked underneath that bar, steps it out. Drops it down. Oh, nice and smooth all the way up to lockout. Solid, solid lift. And they say our TV just died for the lights. Nope, no depth, no lift. Called him on depth, all three referees. So he will carry 247.5 kilos towards bench press. And according to this, he will open up at 172.5 kilos in the bench, just shy of 400 pounds. Well, no, that's actually quite a bit below 400 pounds. 272.5. That'll be the second highest bench, opening bench in that round behind Jonathan. So we've got one more squat. From Costa Rica, Ronald Medrano is going to retake 260 kilos. He missed it on his second attempt. He's already got 245 kilos in the bank on his opener. If successful, this will move him in front of the field with the squat. Right now the current heaviest is 247.5 by Scott Jennings. Brings it up, locks it out, and we're going to have to see because we've got our light systems kind of messed up.
I see a red, a white, and a...
I don't know, 2 reds, no lift. 2-1, no lift. So he'll carry forward 245 kilos. Let me verify that. Yeah, 245 kilos in the championship total. So Scott Jennings has the lead at 247.5 with him right behind. And we're going to take a 10-minute break while they set up bench press with our 74 kilo class. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Steve Crane with Juanita with me and Big Mike in the corner. Live from the 19th Annual North American Powerlifting Regional Powerlifting Championships, live from Panama City. Nobody puts Mike in the corner. Oh, snap my knees. If I stand too long, my knees hurt. If I sit too long, my knees hurt. If I lay down too long, my knees hurt. I just have to keep changing.
Just like keep changing levels.
Let's go! Spent all of my life breaking all the rules, stepping out of line the streets of my school. Can't get enough of a good time, gonna live it up while still alive. I'm a hellraiser, risk taker, full speed ahead till I'm dead in the fast lane. Live wire, wildfire, I'd rather burn up in flames to fade away. You gotta live it up. The devil may care, but I don't give a damn. To hell with the reason, it's all a scam. You got the invitation, I got the booze. Life's a fake.
Please hold it. Fucking hold it. Hold it. 7. Come on, man. 8.
Dedicación, entrenamiento, alimentación es lo más importante. Los suplementos representan un 5% del total. Pero ese 5% de mayor resistencia, fuerza y recuperación puede marcar la diferencia entre la victoria o la derrota. Bodybuilding Latino, Panamá es tu 5%.
And we're live again here in the 19th annual North American Powerlifting Regional Powerlifting Championships. Jose Mercedes from the Dominican Republic finishing off his first lift. 3 white lights, 115 kilos on the bar, and that was successful. We're in the 74 kilo open class in the A flight here. Starting off our bench press. Andrew Sardis, same weight on the bar. Going to be firing off here. 115 kilos. They get set. Somehow that didn't register in the scorer's table. See if they get that straightened out. There it goes. Jose Mercedes. Now his first bench is registered in. Got to enjoy a little caramel popcorn on that break in between.
Nice.
They set up for the bench press. Enjoy that.
Oh.
I got my friend Javier Cuervas from Puerto Rico checking in on the chat there. Shout out to Team Cajote. Yeah, we're a little loco. So Andrew was successful on all 3 of his squats, bringing forward 200 kilos. Starting off with 115 kilos here, 253.5 pounds. Drives that up. And 3 wide lights and a good lift. Wait a minute, who is this? Who is this invading my space? Is this our newest Category 2 international referee here? Mr. Elm?
It would be. This is Rodney Elm.
Welcome from Powerlifting America, Southwest Regional Chair, is it?
Something like that, yeah. It's. I think that's what we're calling them, is chairs.
You and your wife and
Yep.
Mike are working together to expand Powerlifting America throughout the southwest of the United States.
That is correct.
So
Doing
here-
our best.
So we got 120 kilos on the bar here. Adolfo Rodriguez, Dominican Republic. Nice lift, slowly powers that up like a hydraulic lift for 3 white lights and a good lift at 120 kilos. Omar Garcia is our next lifter. He hails out of Nicaragua. Made his 3rd squat attempt, missed his first 2, so he's 1 out of 3 so far. Opening up at 127.5 kilos in the bench, 281 pounds. So you got to take your referee's exam just in the morning session. Got presented your IPF certification.
Yes, it's quite the process when you're trying to be a referee and you're sitting right in front of the jury, and they're the ones that are grading you. So it's a little nerve-wracking.
So when you see the referees on the floor, they're just not thrown out there with no experience. They're actually tested. They have to take a written test and then a practical test to make sure that they know all the rules, comply with the rules. And here we are, Omar Garcia, 127.5 kilos. Drives that up. 3 white lights, good lift. Now moving to 130 kilos. From Belize, Leo Matura. He's 3 for 3 on the day, carried forward 207 kilos from his squat, opening up at 130 kilos on the bench. And by the way, on the live stream chat, so far the furthest away I've seen is Canada. So if you're further away than Canada, put where you're from. We're going to give you a shout out here in a few minutes. So keep trying. good crowd from the Dominican Republic watching their team lifting here. So they've got 2 guys in the 74 kilo class. Or is it the 83 kilo class? I'm off here. Chief referee talks to the lifter, Leo. He had him reset some issue that he's having. Either he wasn't locking his elbows or the way he's gripping the bar.
Yeah, it might have been the width of the grip that he had going on there. He might have been showing that ring that's on that bar.
Gets it pressed, locked up. Gets the rack command. 3 white lights, good lift.
It's all good.
Locking in those subtotals. Get all my information updated here on my computer. So Giovanni Dasani, Puerto Rico Coach of the Year in my book, since he's on my team. Had to struggle through the squats. I went back and talked to him on the break. Says he's got some energy back, opening up at 135 kilos on the bench. He had a hard time cutting down to 74 kilos. Pressing it up, powering it up. It looks like that was a good choice to drop to 135 kilos. He originally had 142 and a half in, and he's on the board. So also from Puerto Rico, here, Lasada. He had 215 kilos on his second attempt in squat. Came really close with the 227 and a half, just couldn't quite get it up there. And so he's opened up at 142 and a half here in the bench. 314 pounds, milestone lift in the pound plate realm. 3 on each side, 345 pounds on each side. Drives it up. Oh no, he's getting stuck there. It's amazing how you get stuck at that thing called the sticking point. So he's gonna have to recycle, refocus, figure out what that issue was, and go again. Of course, in bench press, when you come down, you bring it to your chest. It's not a touch and go. It's not a bounce and go. You actually pause it and wait for the referee to give you the press command. Sometimes that can take a little bit. If
you're moving around down there and you got it wobbling on your chest, that head ref is he's supposed to wait till that bar is still on your chest.
And then you get the press command and you got to drive it all the way up. So we go to 145 kilos. Panama's Tomas Jimenez. He made his opening squat 200 kilos and then was not successful on his next 2 attempts, but he is here in the championships because he did get that first squat in. Opening up at 145 kilos, 320 pounds. Driving it up. Laddered it up to the top, got the lockout.
Good lift.
3 white lights, referees like that. That was awfully heavy in my opinion for an opener.
I think I'd have to agree with you on that. You usually want those openers to fly a little faster than that.
So now we're moving to our last lifter of this A flight in the 74 kilo open class. 160 kilos on the bar. Santos Jimenez from Mexico. He's got 220 kilos from the squat. Moved forward, missed his 3rd attempt at just over 500 pounds, 227 and a half kilos. But he's opened up at 160 kilos here in the bench press. So that's 353 pounds. We'll round it up. Give him the extra quarter pound.
That's awfully nice of you.
With cheese.
You still hungry? I know you got snacks.
I'm bulking. Even though I was a half a kilo lighter today. made easy work of that, even though he rolled his eyes at the top. It's a good lift, 3 white lights.
That's a large opener for a 74.
That said, I think it said good morning to him right there. He racked that thing and his eyes rolled back, stuck his tongue out and said, wow. So we're back up at the top of the order. Jose Mercedes from the Dominican Republic. Shout out to all those in the chat. I see a lot of Dominican flags there, Panamanian flags. Got Belize. Shout out to Belize there in the chat. So we're at 117.5 kilos. Jose Mercedes is successful on his opener at 115, moving it up 2.5 kilos. Gets the start command. Ladders that up. No, they said he went up and down on the bar. Well, you're the new referee. What's that little blue thing say underneath that red flag?
Normally the blue will be, like you mentioned, it'll either be up and down on the bar after it's come off your chest, or it could possibly be the lockout of your elbows.
Not locking out your elbows. So
it was one of those. I'd be surprised if a referee or his coach didn't run over to the jury and see if he could do something about that, but maybe not.
So I thought maybe he stopped. The referee saw up and down. They got way better angle than I do, but he'll recycle, reset, try it again, and we're moving to 122.5 for Andrew Sardes from, where is he from? United States.
United States.
Powers that through, 3 white lights, good lift. And he's got 122.5 kilos on the board. So we're to keep the weight there for Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic. 122.5 kilos. He was successful at 120 kilos, just moving up 2.5 kilos. Adolfo, a strength coach in the DR. Gets the start command. Driving up, the legs were trembling. Hopefully he didn't move his feet.
Hopefully his butt didn't come off the bench there.
And good, 2-1. There was a yellow light on the side, which means that was either his foot or his rear end popped up, according to the side referee. But it's a good lift, 122.5 on the board as we move to 135 kilos. Leo Matura from Belize. He's perfect on the day so far, 4 for 4. Already has 130 kilos. Now he's going up to 135 kilos. Leo, a finance officer, 31 years old, 2 years of competitive experience. And this will be 1 kilo below his personal best. Personal best must be the Belizean record of 136. That's a crooked number. Drives it up, shouts it up.
Lets it all out of there. Every little bit he could get out of that one.
And that was good. Stays perfect on the day, 135 kilos for Leo. Omar Josue Garcia, 135 kilos also from Nicaragua. He got his last squat in and then was successful on his first bench, so he keeps himself moving forward, attempting 135 kilos here on his second attempt. Drives it up. Yeah, sticks it. Nope, not quite. You know, we're closer to the equator here, so I think gravity sometimes in certain spots can get a little heavier here. So he'll reset, retry 135 or more on his next attempt. As we move to 140 kilos, Giovanni Desani, coach extraordinaire from Puerto Rico, the mentor and head of the Cajote powerlifting team in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, which I'm a member of, part of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're probably getting sick of hearing me say that on the stream.
Well, you're proud of it. You're proud of it. That's okay. Gets the start command.
That's a way to stick with that lift. See what the referees say. Good, 2-1.
Good lift, 2-1.
The head referee said he was a little up and down on the bar, but the side referees gave it to him. That's 140 kilos on the board. Pierre Lasaga from Puerto Rico is the next lifter, 142.5 kilos. He struggled with this on his opener. Referee gave him a pause that seemed like a little long, and he couldn't get that drive off the chest to maintain that momentum through that sticking point. Let's see how it happens here. That's a little shorter of a pause and much smoother of a lift. That looked more like an opener there.
That was a lot better. Yes.
So he's got 142.5 on the board moving forward. And we go to 147.5 on the bar. Tomas Jimenez, Panama, already has 145 kilos in, just a 2.5 kilo increase, which is the minimum, unless, of course, you're setting a record.
This is true. Yeah, one thing with bench press is that 2.5 doesn't seem like much, but that's all it takes. And if you don't got it, you don't got it. So
the percentages are much tighter.
Absolutely.
You're working the bench.
Absolutely.
Gets shouts of encouragement from his team. Keeps it moving. Nope, not quite there. Thought he had it through that sticking point, but right at the top, it caught back into him. Couldn't quite get it. He's still successful at 145 kilos with one more lift to go. So now we have Santos Jimenez. No relation. He's from Mexico. 167.5 kilos. He was successful on his opener with 160. So this is 300 and we'll give it to him 370 pounds.
It's close enough, huh?
I used to work for the government, so it's close enough for government work. I'm retired, though. Best decision I ever made. 167.5 kilos. He's already successful at 160. 30 years old. Gets the start command. High arch position. Drives that up. Solid lift.
That was pretty fast for a second.
And 3 white lights. We're back up to the top of the order for our third round benches here in the 74 kilos. Once we get done with that, we'll go straight into our B flight, which is all the 83 opens. So Jose Mercedes from the Dominican Republic was going to retake 117.5 kilos. He missed it on his second attempt. Successful on his opener at 115. Just under his personal best of 120. Jose, 26 years old. Works as an administrative supervisor and personal trainer. Takes it down, drives it up, keeps it moving. That looked good from my angle. Let's see what they say.
Oh.
No, 2-1, up and down on the bar, no lift.
That's That's a rough break.
Now you can stop the bar, but you can't drop or sink the whole of the bar. You can actually drop one side of the bar and keep the other side steady, and it does not the whole of the bar. In the rule book it says the whole of the bar has to lower.
That is correct. It looks like we have a jury member coming out to chat with some of the referees.
So we'll see if we get a overturn or not on that lift.
That might be a
So
good-
until then, we're at 125 kilos for Andrew Sardis from the U.S. He's perfect on today, was successful at 122.5, just raising up 2.5 kilos. 200, just a hair over 275 pounds. Drives it up, gets it, keeps it moving.
Yeah, good job, Andrew. Let's see what the referees say.
Stays perfect on today, 125 kilos in the bank and a 325 kilo subtotal. So we're going to keep the bar at 125 kilos for Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic. He made his second attempt at 122.5, increased to 125 kilos. Strength coach playing this game for over 3 years. He gets the handoff and the start command. Drives it up, not quite there.
A little too much for him today.
Now when he brought it to his chest, he kind of was bouncing around when he got the press command. And if you're bouncing around like that, there's a possibility when you get the press command, you'll get a heave call or an up and down on the bar call. So when you bring it down your chest, make sure you have that thing stabilized. And then you get that press command. Drive up.
Absolutely.
So 135 kilos now for Omar Garcia. He's from Nicaragua. He's retaking 135. He missed it on his opener. I'm sorry, missed on his second attempt. He was successful on his opener, 127.5. Driving it up. Nope. Got to that pesky sticking point. Couldn't quite drive through it. Momentum died out there. He has got a subtotal of 142.5 kilos, and he is 2 out of 6 on the day. Not what you call a good day, but he is still in the meet. He hasn't bombed out. 215 in the squat, 127.5 in the bench. But now we're going to move the bar up to 137.5 for Leo from Belize. Leo's perfect on the day. See if he can keep the perfect day going. 303 pounds, 137.5 kilos. Kilos for Gio Dasani. Trying to go 3 for 3 in the bench after struggling in the squats. I know Gio, when he's feeling good, is benching up in the mid-150s. He struggled with his weight cut down here to the 74 kilo class. He fluctuates between 74 and 83 kilos.
That's tough.
Trying to get that energy back into the system after just a 2-hour weigh-in can be a tough thing. Drives it up. No, that ain't happening this time. So he went 2 out of 3 on the bench. He'll carry forward 140 kilos and a subtotal of 330 kilos. And we're going to increase the bar by 5 kilos to 147.5. Tomas Jimenez, he's from Panama. You'll hear his coaches and team start shouting for him here shortly. He's going to retake 147.5. He missed it on his second lift. He's already got 145 on the board. is the information for flights anywhere online. You can go to liftingcast.com and they should have it listed under this championship. Presses it up. No, not quite there. Gave it a heck of a ride. Not quite there for Tomas. He'll carry forward 145 kilos and a subtotal 345 kilos. Pierre Lasaga from Puerto Rico, successful at 142.5 kilos on his second attempt. Worked out the issues on after the first attempt miss. Now going to 150 kilos, 330 pounds. I always round it off to 331 because that's one of my favorite lifts. Gets the start command. Press, drives it up. Gives a shake of the head, says nope. Give me a little help back into the rack, and he'll carry 142.5 forward, 357.5 subtotal. And we move to the last lifter of this third bench, Santos Jimenez from Mexico. He's 2 for 2 in the bench press, moving up 2.5 kilos to 170 kilos, 375 pounds. Wow. So he gets set underneath the bar. Hits the start command. Drives that up. Nice smooth speed all the way to lockout. And it's a good lift. 170 kilos on the bar, or on the board for him. So he's going to carry forward a championship leading 390 kilos going into the deadlift, and that's quite a lead going in there. And we're going to move to our 83 kilo lifters. We're going to start off with David Malata from the Dominican Republic, opening up at 100 kilos, 220 pounds. David's perfect on the day through the squats, 3 for 3. See if he can keep this thing alive and moving forward. 28-year-old business owner from the Dominican Republic. Personal best bench press is 110 kilos, so he's starting off 10 kilos under that.
Opted for no handoff.
My preferred way also. I've had too many bad handoffs.
Yeah. That definitely can make or break a lift sometimes.
Oh, that's
fast.
That was easy. I pressed that little button thing. That was easy. 3 white lights. Good lift. And we're going to move up to 127.5 kilos. Bolivar Rovi from Panama was 2 out of 3 in the squat. Made his first 2 attempts, missed his third. My issue with handoffs was sometimes they hand it to you in the wrong position, or sometimes they hand it off in a way where they unlock you.
Yeah, sometimes
when you're locked on your lats locked down.
Yeah, they want to lift the bar up too much for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I just learned, being the old guy that I am, to just do my own lift-offs.
That just might be stubborn.
I am stubborn. So he's set to go. Gets the start command. High arch. Drives it up. Locks it out. And 2 to 1.
Got a good lift. 2 to 1.
I was going to make a comment. It looked like one of his elbows wasn't locked, and the side referee blue lighted it, which is a lockout issue.
That's a good catch.
And so he's good though, 127.5 kilos on the bar. We go to 130 now. Elvis Espinal, So in the bench, you got to start with your elbows, arms straight, elbows locked, and you got to finish the same way.
That is. Yes.
And also, well, let's go run through it real quick. Feet flat on the floor, as flat as the shoes allow you to be. They're not allowed to move throughout the lift. Your butt has to stay in contact with the bench. Head down, shoulders, not changing your moving position, your chosen lifting position. No up and down on the bar. And follow the commands. Gets the press command, drives it up. Nice and solid all the way up to lockout.
Yeah. Bench, in my opinion, is one of the more technical lifts because of all those things that you got to keep track of for lifters and referees alike.
There's a lot more things that can go wrong in the lift, that's for sure. So he was successful at 130 kilos, and we moved to 135 kilos for Quinn Chan, our massage therapist from Canada. He's coming out nice and calm, little zen going on here. You have such a disparity of personalities as they come out of the platform. Some people come out calm and rested like him, and others come out on fire with all kinds of energy.
Like a raging bull running out.
Locks in the high arch position. Oh, and that's a nice, smooth, and easy lift right there as an opener, 135 kilos. Now we're going to jump up to 150 kilos. Diego Ramirez from Mexico. He's perfect on the day, 3 for 3 in his squats, carried forward 230 kilos from his squat performance. Gonna open.
Let's go! Spent all of my life breaking all the rules, stepping out in line the streets of my school. Can't get enough of a good time. Gonna live it up while still alive. I'm a hellraiser, risk taker, full speed ahead till I'm dead in the fast lane. Live wire, wildfire. I'd rather burn up in flames than fade away. You gotta live it up. The devil may care, but I don't give a damn. To hell with the reason, it's all a scam. You got the invitation, I got the booze, lots of fake.
Squeeze, hold it. Fucking hold it. Hold it. 7. Come on, man. 8.
Dedicación, entrenamiento, alimentación es lo más importante. Los suplementos representan un 5% del total. Pero ese 5% de mayor resistencia, fuerza y recuperación puede marcar la diferencia entre la victoria o la derrota. Bodybuilding Latino, Panamá es tu 5%.
Welcome back to the 19th Annual North American Power Lifting Federation North American Regional Powerlifting Championships, live from Panama City, Panama. And we're ready for deadlifting. Picking up heavy stuff and putting it back down is the 74 kilo open division. We're going to start off here. Bars called ready. Andrew Sardis from the United States, opening up with 175 kilos. Sets up over the bar, locks those lats down. Nice pull up to lockout. And the lift is good. 3 white lights. Andrew on the board locks in his initial total of the nice 500 kilos after his first deadlift. We move on to Belizean Leo Matura, opening up at 215 kilos, 474 pounds. Leo, a 31-year-old finance officer from Belize, and he's one of the heads of the Belizean Powerlifting Federation. Brought in a full crew this year to these championships, trying to grow the sport in the country of Belize. Gets himself locked in. Makes easy work of that lift. 3 white lights. Do you have a signature setup when you're deadlifting?
No, not really.
Checklist you use in your mind?
I have a checklist, I suppose, but nothing too spectacular.
Here comes
Maybe if my deadlift was better, I would have a better checklist.
Here comes my friend, Giovanni Dasani. Lowered his opener to 215 kilos. Brings it up, locks it out. 3 white lights. Locking in that championship total. He's at 545 kilos. You know he's having a bad day. Normally he's well over 600 kilos. So we go to Jose Mercedes from the Dominican Republic, opening up at 225 kilos, just shy of 500 pounds, excuse me. Already has a subtotal of 297.5 kilos. Jose, administrative supervisor and personal trainer, 26 years old. Makes easy work of that opener. Let's see what the referees say. Waiting for one more register. Good lift, 3 white lights. Tomas Jimenez, 230 kilos on the bar. See if we hear the Panamanian crowds cheering him on here. See, he opens up his deadlifting first round. I'm believer that we need to have like a fundraiser for the best deadlift pre-bar grabbing setup, and then have it judged by the referees for charity.
That would be a great idea.
Locks that up, gets 3 white lights. He's on the board, 230 kilos.
Might have to steal that idea, take it back to Arizona with me.
Definitely. Well, you know who originally had the charity deadlift was, they did that at one of these competitions for Puerto Rico hurricane relief after Hurricane Maria, and that blessed us in Puerto Rico to help offset some of the costs and help the people who had severe damage down in Maria after hurricane about 4 years ago.
Oh, that's great.
Except they did a charity deadlift, not a setup. So here we go, 230 kilos, Adolfo Rodriguez. Makes that fly off the ground. 3 white lights, good lift.
So far, everyone making their openers look like, openers.
As they should, hopefully,
No
continue
struggles
that.
yet.
Omar Garcia opening up at 242.5 kilos. Subtotal of 342.5. Deep breath, locks the lats. Snaps it up. Get those shoulders back, and 3 wide lights, good lift. 242.5 kilos on the bar. Gives him an initial total of 585 after just 1 deadlift. Gonna add 2.5 kilos to the bar, 245 kilos. Santos Jimenez, subtotal of 390 kilos. Comes out ready to go. Screws those feet into the carpet. Make sure he has good traction. Double overhand hook grip. Rips it off the floor. Jumps that thing up to the lockout position. 3 white lights, good lift. And that gives him a total of 635 championship total with just 1 deadlift under his belt. Pierre Lisiaga from Puerto Rico opening up at 245 kilos. Got a subtotal of 357.5. And makes easy work of that lift, 3 white lights. And that moves him into 2nd place after 1 lift of deadlifts. Subtotal, or a total of 602.5. As things start shaping up here in our 74 kilo open class. So currently you have, after just 1 lift, Santos Jimenez in 1st place, Pierre in 2nd, and then Omar Garcia in 3rd. Then 10 kilos behind him in 4th is Tomas Jimenez, and then the rest of the field going down. So we'll see if any of these things changes as we get these other 2nd and 3rd attempts going forward. But we're back up to the top of the order. Andrew Sardes from the U.S., 195 kilos, 20 kilo increase over his opener. Gets it up, gets it moving, gets it up to lockout. Let's see what the referees say on that. And it's a good lift, 3 white lights.
That was a huge jump from his opener. Good for him.
See how much more he's got in the tank. That seemed to be pretty close to maxing it out there as it was coming off the floor. But that increases his total to 520. And we're going to Gio Dasani, 225 kilos, just short of 500 pounds. 10-kilo increase. And Gio and myself in the gym, we have a competition, especially in deadlift, where if he does a lift, I do a lift. He locks that up. And right now we're battling at 555 normally. Not 555 in pounds. 252.5 kilos. Not 225 like he just pulled there. Wow. So you can see normally when he's feeling good, he's doing much better.
That weight cut and travel really can really take it out of you.
Beat you up. So we're going to go 227.5. Leo Matura already successful at 215. Moving it up to 227.5. Milestone lift. First kilo plates that are above 500 pounds. Made that look like it was an empty bar. Belize is in the house. And he increases his total up to 572.5 with 1 to go. Jose Mercedes successful at 225 kilos, moving up to 235 kilos, 10-kilo increase. Conventional pull. Locks it up. Hips were shaking a little bit there, wavering, but they gave him the lift. Because in the rule book, it doesn't say you have to have your hips locked. It says you have to stand erect.
That is true. A lot of people confuse that. There's a lot of people out there that think that your knees locked, hips locked, shoulders back. But there is no rule with the hips locked. You just got to be standing erect.
Knees locked, shoulders back, standing erect.
That's correct.
240 kilos on the bar and a shout of motivation. Tomas Jimenez representing the hosting nation of Panama here. Gets it moving.
Wow. Let's see what the referees say. That's a close one.
No lockout, hitching. Blue, up and down on the bar. Red, no lockout. So he'll reset, try it again. He gets one more try. And we're going to keep the bar same weight, 240 kilos. Adolfo Rodriguez from the Dominican Republic. Current total 542.5, trying to move that up. Gets himself set. Snaps that off the ground straight into lockout. Rewarded with 3 white lights, good lift, 240 kilos, and that increases his total of 552.5. Now we go up to 250 kilos, 551 pounds. So you got 250, 550. It's one of those numbers that just kind of correlate with each other. Omar gets himself set up. Gets the bar moving. Locks it out. gets the down command, and good lift. Judges like that, or referees like that, 3 white lights. And that moves him up at 292.5, third place. And he's got a 7.5 kilo lead over 2 lifters that are chasing behind him for that bronze medal with 1 lift to go. 255 kilos on the bar, Pierre Lasaga, Puerto Rico. Already has 602.5 kilo total, trying to add 10 kilos to that. Gets himself set, pulls, gets it moving. Gets the down command, 3 white lights, moves his total to 612.5. And I'm going to have to say, I think that locks him into the silver medal. I don't think anybody's going to jump up that gap. That's a 20 kilo gap. I'm not sure anybody's going to pull that.
That's tough to do on your last pull.
So I'm going to say that he's your silver medalist. And here's your gold medalist right here, Santos Jimenez. He's already got 635 on, going for 650 with 260 kilos on the bar. Already pulled 245.
Only missing 1 lift today.
Oh, and that came off. Came off fast.
He might jump up 20 kilos.
He might, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 280. So that locks him in at 650 total, and I'm calling him the gold medalist at 100%. So there's still a chance for the bronze, a mini fight for the bronze medal, and definitely a battle for 4th place between 4th and 5th. So we're back to the top of the order. Andrew Sardis from the United States. He's trying to add 5 kilos to his total. Trying to round it off to 525 from 520.
A nice 200 kilo pull.
Milestone lift, 200 kilos. So on the 3rd lift deadlifts, they have to clean the bar in between each and every lift, so they're going to take just a few extra seconds here to clean the bar every time, as per the rule book. Normally they roll it to the front of the platform, the back of the platform, clean it, roll it back to the center of the platform so the chalk dust doesn't cause the carpet to get too slippery for the lifters. So here comes Andrew. He's ready to go. Trying to add that extra 5 kilos to his total. Lock those lats down. Nope, floor magnets are turned on. Not quite today. He ends up with a total of 520 kilos for the day. And we're moving to 501 pounds, 227.5 kilos for Giovanni Desani. Because if he doesn't pull this 500, I'm going to give him a hard time when we get back to the gym.
As you should.
We have a lot of fun holding each other accountable, encouraging each other, and giving each other a hard time. A lot. It's a motivation thing for each other.
Absolutely. You need that. This stuff isn't easy.
And then the other 3rd member of the Give 'em a Hard Time trios, Jose Diaz, will be lifting tomorrow in the 93 kilo class.
Bars loaded.
Come on, Gio. 501 pounds. Oh, got himself leaned too far forward coming off the ground. Got that. When you get that butt pushed up because your leg muscles are the strongest muscles in your body. You get that butt up, all of a sudden you're doing a straight leg deadlift. And
that is not optimal.
Not easy to do with 501 pounds on the bar. So he'll end up with a total of 555 pounds. I know he's going to be disappointed about that. But he did get a total, which is a good thing.
That's always a good thing.
And you learn these lessons, you take it, you learn from it, move forward, get better. So here we go with 240 kilos. Trying to go 3 for 3 on the deadlifts. Jose Mercedes representing the Dominican Republic proudly here today. Tall, lanky lifter, conventional puller. Gets himself set up. Rolls that up to the top. Runs through those hips.
See what the referees say.
Good lift. 3 white lights, 240 kilos. And that brings his total to 537.5 kilos. So now we move it up 5 more kilos, 245 kilos. Tomas Jimenez missed 240 kilos on his last lift. Decided to throw on 5 more kilos.
Why not?
You know, what's an extra 12 pounds when you missed your previous lift?
It's your third.
So he's trying to jump from 4th. He's trying to jump into or maintain his 4th place in his championships. His current total is 575 kilos. 575 kilos, trying to move it up to 590. So he's trying to secure some of the lesser positions below the medals. Solidify that 4th place that he's currently in. Gives himself a shot. He just barely missed that 240 last time. Couldn't quite get it locked out. No.
Got out of position in the bottom.
And floor magnets aren't any help when you get out of position at the start. So he's currently in the 4th place position, but there's two people that are positioned to jump over him. So we're going to 260 kilos.
And we got an attempt change now.
Oh, we're doing some dancing.
Looks like someone's
So we
trying to
got
make that move now.
Leo Matura Balis, 247.5 kilos. So he's dropping to 247.5 kilos. And what that'll do is that'll move him from 5th place to 4th place. So before the bar was called loaded, he had the right to drop his weight from 260 to 247.5 because the bar wasn't called loaded.
Right.
Before anybody's was called ready. And that is in the rule book, and you can do that. That's some coaching strategies there, trying to move up into lesser positions. Now, you also have lot numbers to play in there and a few other things. So let's see how he moves this. 545 pounds.
Hopefully that drop in weight really helps him out here.
He got out of position right off the get-go. When he went to pull the bar, he was immediately out of position, and that wasn't going to come off the ground at all. So he is currently locked into 5th place with one person possibly jumping over him. And then that gives Tomas Jimenez a better chance of holding on to his 4th place, but then there's one person that can jump over him and put him in 5th place. So let's see how this all plays out. Until then, we have our 2nd place medalist who's got it locked down. Pierre from Puerto Rico. He's jumping 5 kilos, trying to lock in a little bit extra onto his total. His total's already 612.5, trying to go up to 617.5. Nope. Again, when you get tired, and your setup's got to be spot on. If you even get slightly in, as you get tired, it's hard to hold those positions.
Yeah, you don't want to rush that setup. You got to get down there, get tight.
So he still's got the silver medal, plata for Puerto Rico at 612.5 kilos. Our next lift, 265 kilos. Omar, he's trying to jump. He is your bronze medalist, excuse me. So what happened there?
Maybe he put a change in before they needed to say it.
Okay, this 260 is the move from 7th to 6th here. This is a 20 kilo increase. This is a Hail Mary here.
We were talking about the 20.
Hail Mary touchdown. He just nailed his Hail Mary 20 kilo jump, and that moves him from 7th position into 6th position in the championships, a 572.5 kilo total.
Just a joke around about jumping 20 kilos on your last.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a long one. But here we go. Third, this is your bronze medalist, trying to add 15 kilos onto his total. 250 to 265 kilos. His opening jump was only 7.5 kilos. Now he's jumping 15. So he's either really feeling good, because this isn't for a place. This is for maybe a local, maybe a record and back home or something like that.
Could be something.
Because,
or maybe it's just a Hail Mary.
well, it's not going to move him up in any medal positions. He's in the bronze medal. He's going to stay in the bronze medal. Because second place is 612.5. He'd have to jump up at least 5 more kilos. Nope. That might have been for a local record or something like that in the nationals.
Right.
So same thing with Pierre. That might have been a Puerto Rico deadlift national record or something along those lines.
Could have been.
Because that's just short of 600 pounds. That's a long way below 600 pounds, excuse me. So here's the last deadlift of the 74 kilo championships. Then we're going to move right into 83s. 280 kilos for Santos Jimenez, who is your gold medalist of the 74 kilo open class. He was successful at 260. Now he's moving to 280. 280 kilos. This is a victory lap, I guess.
He's got nothing to lose, so.
So he did a 15 kilos on his first, from his first to second. And now he's jumped up 20 kilos, but he's smoked at 260. That's 260 jumped off the ground into lockout. So this is not an impossible lift.
Not at all, yeah.
Oh, sweet. That was one solid lift.
I think he was just letting everyone know that if he needed to, he could have pulled for the win.
Yeah, that's letting some people know. 280 kilos locks it out, blows away the field for the gold medal. That's a victory lap there.
Yeah.
And we're going to move straight into our 83 kilo championship round. First round deadlifts. We're going to start off with David Malata from the Dominican Republic. He's going to open up at 210 kilos. As our loaders reset the bar. Yeah, I'm going to go from 280 kilos down to 210 kilos. And the side referee catches almost a misload. We get everything set. David's ready to go. Bar's called ready, and here he comes. Starting off with the 83 kilos class, open class. Arian Camisi helping out the Dominican Republic team for a couple of the sessions this week, as the Dominican Republic team is one of the newer teams in the IPF. Trying to grow the sport throughout the Caribbean and the world. And that's an opener. It looks like an opener, and it's 3 wide lights for the opener.
Good thing that was an opener.
So yeah, Christopher Osorio, excuse me.
I'm glad you're saying these names.
230 kilos from Guatemala. Glad I'm butchering these names.
Yes, because otherwise it'd be me. And nobody wants that.
Well, Robert Keller in some of the meetings this week was like, Steve's got fluent in Spanish. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can barely pronounce my own name. $230 kilos makes it look easy. 3 wide lights. He's on the board. Championship total 620 for him so far, with 2 lifts to go. And we're going to go to 235 kilos. Elvis Espinal from the Dominican Republic. Bars ready. So in our long distance chat shout out, Canada gets the shout out. They're the official furthest away. That was on our live stream. So Elvis makes 235 look easy as he locks in his total. He's currently at 567.5 with 2 lifts to go. And we're going to 240 kilos on the bar, 529 pounds. Jonathan Losa. Yeah, you say his last name. Losa. Michael. Jonathan Michael. Michael Jonathan.
I think it's probably Jonathan Michael Losa.
If he can finish this lift, it's called Masters 1 World Record Holder.
Boom.
Let's see. Yep, that's his name.
Good deal.
That locks in his Masters 1 World Record bench. Had to get that total in, and he just did it, 240 kilos, bringing his current total to 682.5 kilos. Battling some big deadlifts going forward here. So we're going to stay at 240 kilos with the man I'm calling the Zen Master here, Quentin Chen from Canada. 240 kilos on the bar. He gently shakes those arms out, locks out those lats, and does a conventional pull up and 3 wide lights. And he will lock out an initial total of 610 kilos with 2 lifts to go. And we're going to add 20 kilos to the bar for Diego Ramirez from Mexico. Bar is called ready. 260 kilos, 573.20 pounds. We're going to get exact here, down to the 1/10 of a pound.
Every little ounce counts.
Snaps that off the floor.
Gets the down command. Let's see. Good lift.
Good lift, 3 white lights, and that brings his championship total to 620 with 2 lifts to go. And we're down to our final 2 lifters of this first round deadlifts. And we're going to Ronald Madrona. Let me say that again. Madron, Costa Rica. And I just trashed his last name, I'm sorry. 287.5 kilos. Gets himself set up. Oops, I'm sorry. This is Bolivar Rovi, 260 kilos. And he's shaking it to the top and loses his grip. So he'll have to reset, try that again, missing 260 kilos. Now we have Ronald Madrona. Madrano, Costa Rica, 287.5 kilos for his opener. I think I need Kermit back. $287.5 kilos. That's 634 pounds on the bar. Opening lift. Sumo setup. Locks that up. Good speed up to lockout. And good lift, 2-1.
I'm not sure what they would be calling for the blue. Well, I know what they should be calling for the blue, but
that would be up and down on the bar, but we'll see what happened with that. It was still a good lift. It's on the board, 287.5 for Ronald. As we go to Scott Jennings, jumping up to 302.5. And if successful, this will jump him into first place for the championships.
I believe this is some kind of record. They did the switch of referees.
Yeah.
So it's a record of some sort.
302.5, 667 pounds. If Gino was here, we would have a big fire and brimstone dance going, but
yes,
we're not. He's not here.
A lot more commotion going on.
So it's 667. So here he goes. This is the lock-in of first place medal. Let's see what they say. I'm not sure. Yeah, no lockout, and up and down on the bar. And I have to agree with him. He didn't look like he was completely upright. He kind of was leaning forward, and it says shoulders back, standing erect, knees locked. He had his knees locked.
He definitely needed just a little bit more in the hips. That's all.
I'm not sure if he was standing erect, and his shoulders were kind of questionable whether they were back or not. So he gets 2 more tries at that, but this is for the Meat Life first place, gold medal
or
go home with nothing.
Yeah,
big time. So he'll reset, see what's going on there, keep moving forward. So we're back to the top of the order with David, moving his weights up to 225 kilos. David again from the Dominican Republic, successful at 210. So, by the way, we had 2 failed first lifts. Bolivar and Scott both missed their first lifts, so they're going to have to reset for their second lifts and keep themselves alive here. So, 225 kilos on the bar. As I always say, this is where deadlifting starts in the Raw men's division. 4 red plates. Just short of 500 pounds, 496 pounds. The only reason why I said that is I used to give Ivan Cancella a hard time because when I first started lifting with him, he couldn't do that, so I'd give him a hard time about it. But then he got strong enough and he could smoke 225.
Good for him. Good for him. Someday I'll get there.
He snaps that off the ground, and I'm going to call it a good lift. 3 white lights, and yes, they agree. 225 kilos in the books for David. So Christopher's going to add a few kilos to the bar, up to 240 kilos. He's already successful at 230 kilos. He's got 620 kilo total already, trying to move that up to 630. Christopher from Guatemala. Team Guatemala in the house here.
Ooh, that was fast.
Makes easy work of that one. Coach gives him a hand. Referees give him 3 white lights. And he moves his total up to 630 for the championships, currently in 4th place. So we're going to add 7.5 more kilos, up to 247.5 kilos for Elvis from the Dominican Republic.
Bars loaded.
He was successful at 235 kilos. Trying to jump it up a little bit, add to that total. Conventional pull up, gets it off the floor, gets it up to lockout, and the lift is good. So that moves his total up to 580 kilos with 1 lift remaining, and we put 252.5 kilos on, 556 pounds. This for Quinton Chan, massage therapist extraordinaire. Gets himself focused. Locks, unlocks, and relocks that SBD belt. Gets himself set up.
Powerlifting OCD.
Gets it moving, gets it up, locks it out, gets it up. Ooh, that was close on the down command. Let's see what they say. No, just couldn't quite hold it.
It was slipping right out of his hand.
A quarter of a second for that down command, and it would have been a good lift.
Yep.
So close. So unfortunately, he's going to have to reset and do it again. Oh, I'm sorry, it was his 3rd lift. Now he's done. Oh, wait a minute. That's deadlift number 2. I'm sorry. What am I doing on my screen? Oh, those are the 74 kilos on my computer. That's why. My computer's confusing me.
It's been a long day.
This is my 4th session in 2 days. Wait until Saturday. So here we are, 260 kilos on the bar. Bolivar. Gets it up, shakes it up, loses his grip right at the top.
Just can't hang on.
Now, he is in deep trouble because that was his 2nd attempt, a failure on his 2nd attempt. So he's got 1 more shot to fix it all, or he gets knocked out of this championship in the deadlift.
That would be a shame to come this far and not get one of those deadlifts.
So you're going to get this call, 262.5 kilos for
Michael Losa. Sorry, I missed my cue.
world record holder, Masters 1 world record holder,
Oh, that's
Michael
right.
Losa. You have to
I'll work on
He's
that. I'll
got-
work on
yeah.
it. I'm not really sure why that.
That's a prefix to his name now. Oh, this is a record too. He just switched out.
Oh wow, 2 record possibly. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Not sure what happened there, coming past the knees. Let's see what they say. Good lift. That made me a little nervous when he's swinging it around a little bit.
Yeah, he tightens that up. He still has a little more left.
So that could have been a Masters 1 deadlift record. Could be North American. Yeah, North
deadlift
American
record.
Masters 1 deadlift record. And that also puts his total at 705 kilos with 1 lift to go.
Keeping him in first place, is that right?
I'm sorry?
Keeping him first place, is that right?
Because of Scott Jennings' issues, yes. Scott Jennings has to nail that lift. So now we go to 275 kilos. Diego Ramirez, 275 kilos on the bar. He's from Mexico. As they're cleaning the bar for him, getting it all set. Currently, Diego has a total of 645 kilos, and he's currently in the bronze medal position. However, if Scott Jennings gets his lift, that would knock him from the bronze medal down to 4th place. So we'll see how this all sorts out when we get to the 3rd lifts.
Yes.
So right now, he's trying to give 275 kilos a ride, 606 pounds. I'm going to call that a good lift.
Looked pretty clean.
And 3 white lights. So that moves his total up to 660 kilos with 1 lift to go. And now we have Ronald, who was successful at 287.5. Now he's going to try to give 300 kilos a ride, 661 pounds. And that's a lot of red plates. Ronald from Costa Rica. You know, he had a close call on that last squat, which cost him about 20 kilos. I wonder where he'd be sitting if he was successful on that. So we get this up and moving, gets it locked out, gets the down command.
See what the referees
Waiting
have
for
to
the
say.
center referee. Center referee has to reset. Which? Only one of them. White.
There we go.
There we go.
Deadlift.
Center referee's command light didn't work, so they went to flags. And it was all white lights all across the board for that lift, 300 kilos. And that puts him, that actually moves him into 1st place now. So Michael Losa's in 2nd place. Ronald is in 1st place. However, Scott Jennings, if he hits this lift, which he missed on his opener, would move him into 1st place. And then everybody bounces down 1. So here we go. See if he fixes this. It was a little not quite standing upright,
quite
and
locked
the
out.
shoulders were questionable also. So let's see if he can fix those 2 things. Get this locked out on his 2nd attempt here. He is, of course, known for his deadlifting. Gets it up.
That looks
That looks much more locked out. And I'm going to say yes, 3 white lights.
Good lift.
You know, sometimes you kind of need a little smack in the face from the red lights, and that'll straighten you up really quick.
Unfortunately, he's seen a lot of red lights today.
Yes, he has. He's only made 3 lifts today, and he's in first place. So, let's see. Are they now? Well,
back to the top.
Michael Losa, with his third lift that he put in, would actually put him in first place if he was successful. And then Scott Jennings would have to be successful to jump him over that. So we'll see how this all sorts out. This is not over, folks, here in the 83 Open class. So
they do get 2 chances to change that last attempt as well.
Yeah.
So they can play around with that a little bit.
Third, second, and first, the 3 medals are not decided yet. So for some of the lesser positions, we're going to 240 kilos. David's going to try to add to his total. Go 3 for 3 on the day in his deadlifts out of the Dominican Republic. Gets it moving, gets it up, locks it out. Let's see, 3 white lights, and that brings his championship total representing the Dominican Republic, 547.5 kilos, 83 kilo open class division. So now we have Christopher out of Guatemala. He's trying to go 3 for 3 on his deadlifts. He's already successful at 240 kilos. Moving it up to 250 kilos, 551 pounds. Trying to add to his total. He is 5th place position already. He'll be keeping him in that position.
Takes his time setting up.
Oh, snaps that off the floor.
He had a bit more in him, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Made 250 look easy, and that brings his total to 640 kilos and 5th place overall in the championships here in the 83 kilo open division. Gonna add 5 more kilos to the bar. Elvis from the Dominican Republic, not from Memphis. Trying to add to his total. Currently in 7th position. Trying to add that 7.5 kilos.
Getting that grip, ground into that bar. Good steady pull. 3 white lights.
He got it moving off the ground, had to control himself as he started to get the twitches shakes, but he controlled that, got himself up past his knees, speed all the way up to the lockout. So that brings his championship total to 587.5 kilos. And he's currently in 7th place. There's one person that can jump him, but that's it. So we're going to 257.5. Quentin Chan, who just missed 252.5, he lost the grip about 1/4 of a second before the down command.
That's right.
So they decided to add 5 kilos. Why not?
Hey.
You lose the grip on 252.5. Why not go to 257.5?
It might make it tighter.
What's 5 kilos amongst friends? Oh, he's coming out with a little fire this time. I think he's stalking the bar now. Again, the grip failed just before the down command. Not quite sure if he had his hips through, if he were going to possibly get called for not being completely erect. But again, the chief referee was just about to give him the down command, and the grip let go.
So that might have been a personal PR or something. Maybe that's why he jumped the 5 kilos.
So he ends up with 610 kilo total for the championships. And he's currently in the 6th position. Oh, that's why I see what's happening with these. If Bolivar can nail this 260 and get himself on the board, this is for his total. If he does not successfully pull 260 here, he will be knocked out of the championships on this last week. So you can see behind him, and he's ready to go, screwing his hands onto the bar. He gets ready to sumo pull this off the ground. Oh. Couldn't quite get it. He had it going, couldn't quite maintain the momentum. It pulled him a little forward out of position, and that was that. So unfortunately, Bolivar will not record a total for this championships, and that locks in some of the other positions. 5th and 6th place are now secured. And we move to 282.5 kilos. And your friend Michael Losa, who is trying to establish himself in the silver medal position. Let's see, how do we got this? So let's run it down right now. Right now, Scott Jennings is in first, 722.5. Then you've got Ronald from Costa Rica, who's in second by body weight. And then Michael Losa, who's in third on body weight, both with 705.
Let's see what Mike can do here.
But I see a record attempt in there also. So Michael is pulling to try to get a lead here. Nope, that's not happening.
So, give it a shot.
So Michael's the bronze medalist. Michael's the bronze medalist, and that locks in the positions, except for we do have a record attempt here. So Diego Ramirez is now going to try 285 kilos, and he's in 4th place. This will keep him in 4th place, but he's going to try to add to his championship total. He's currently at 660 kilos, trying to move it up to 670. He was successful at 275 kilos. Oh, nope, the record disappeared. Apparently it wasn't a record. Or he just decided to drop it down, one of the two. But it was only half a kilo, so it tells me that it probably wasn't a record.
Yeah.
Might have been misinformed. .285 kilos, 628 in the pound realm. Oh, he snaps it up, pulls it up, gets the down command.
Looks pretty good. 3 wide legs.
And the lift is good. So that brings his championship total up to 670 kilos in the 83 kilo class. 4th place, just outside the medals. And here we go for a victory lap. Scott Jennings. I mean, we could have a Hail Mary still. We could still have a Hail Mary, but Ronald did drop his third attempt down quite a bit. But that doesn't mean it can't jump back up, unless he used his 2 changes. Because you get 2, and he might have only used 1. We'll see.
That's true.
So, Scott Jennings is trying to pull 312 and a half. This will just add to his first place total, 689 pounds. Already successful at 302 and a half.
So it looks like if Jennings misses this,
We'll see if he throws in a change for it. Why not? You have nothing to lose. He gets it up, gets it moving, gets it locked. That looks way better than his first one. I think, unless they try a Hail Mary, that locks his gold medal in. However, let's see, anybody at the scorer's table? I see some people at the scorer's table. Are they?
doesn't look like it.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're happy with the silver. Let's see how they are on body weight.
Yeah, they'd have to jump that up 10
They would
kilos.
just have to match. They would have to jump it up 10 kilos, so it would have to be 327 and a half, which is a long Hail Mary. That would be from one end zone all the way to the other. You know.
That would be pretty amazing, but it doesn't look like they're going to make that change.
Nope.
I think
He's happy with the. So he's pulling just to do a victory lap with his silver medal, as Scott Jennings is your gold medalist. And he gets encouragement from the Costa Rican crowd and the rest of the crowd. 317 and a half. Oh, couldn't quite get those hips through, and then lost the grip. So, just to recap there, Scott Jennings, your gold medalist, and he just got your silver medal, and your friend Michael Losa is your bronze medalist, but he does take a world record and a North American Masters 1 deadlift record home in his pocket.
It's a pretty good day, I would say.
Not bad. So, Mike, are you going to be showing the medal ceremonies? So stick around for the medal ceremonies. They will be broadcast live. I'm Steve Crane with my colleagues
Rodney Allen,
Big Mike, and Juanita over here on the sides. We want to say thank you for joining us here live from Panama City at the 19th Annual North American Powerlifting Federation North American Regional Powerlifting Championships from Panama City, Panama. We will be back live again tomorrow with more liftings, and we hope that you join us live tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Panama City time, as we're going to continue on with the stream without commentary for the award ceremonies, and it'll be through our announcer here on the other side. Thank you again for joining us. Have a good evening.
A los participantes del grupo A, por favor, apersonarse con su uniforme. Please, for all participants from Group A, please come forward with your uniform for the medals ceremony. Let me introduce, for those who are going to present the medals, may have our president, Gaston Parage, IPF president for Luxembourg. Big round of applause, please. Aplauso, fuerte el aplauso. Y Gabriela Cigarán, IPF category second referee. Fuerte el aplauso de Panamá. Bueno, que pasen adelante participantes del grupo A. Please step forward. The participant from Group A. Fuerte el aplauso. Fuerte el aplauso. Primera categoría, Open 74 kilos, Open 74 kilograms. In third place, en tercer lugar, Omar García Guevara. De Nicaragua. Omar García Guevara de Nicaragua. Fuerte el aplauso. En tercer lugar, pase caballero. En segundo lugar, Pierre Lisiaga de Puerto Rico. En second place. Y en primer lugar, Santos Jiménez de México. Pedirle a todos que nos pongamos de pie para entonar el himno de México. Let's have everyone stand your feet so we can have the national anthem from Mexico. Fuerte aplauso a todos los participantes del grupo A. Aplauso por favor to all participants from Group A. Thank you very much.
Applausa, applausa. Applausa. So before, shh, quiet, I need everyone's attention. Everyone's attention. This is a special day. Jamaica is a brand new country in the NAPF and the IPF. And today will be Scott Jennings' day, and this will be the first international medal for a Jamaican. This is a very special day.
Do you want me to translate, interpret? No? Okay, perfect. Este es un día muy especial para Jamaica por primera vez participar en esta competencia y por primera vez Jamaica ver sus medallas. Fuerte el aplauso. Vamos primeramente con la categoría Open 83 kilogramos. Category Open 83 kilograms. En tercer lugar, Jonathan Loza. In third place, from USA. In second place, William Ronald Medrano. En segundo lugar, de Costa Rica. Y en primer lugar, ya todos lo escucharon, de Jamaica, Scott Jennings. En first place. Vamos a ponernos todos de pie para entonar el himno nacional de Jamaica. Let's everyone stand on your feet so we can have the national anthem of Jamaica. Fuerte el aplauso. Muchas gracias a todos los participantes. Fuerte el aplauso to each of these participants for this award. Thank you very much. Mañana los veo todos a las 9 de la mañana. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. God bless you all and have a safe trip. Aquí nos está pidiendo, por favor, a todos los entrenadores, aquí al área de entrenamiento, por favor, los coaches al área de entrenamiento. All coaches, please, at the training section, please. Thank you very much. Alex Alvarado lo solicitan en el área técnica. Alex Alvarado lo buscan en el área técnica.